I love that you use Albright as your argument for like what you think is not like meaningful. For me,
Well, for me,
no, no,
it's
I know, and it's for no, and I know it's for you. Like the only thing I've ever cried to live was the second movement of Albright Sonata, and it was before I loved classic. Like that was I don't know. I everyone shouldn't be a classical saxophonist. Like it's just as niche as everything else. And like
there's your quote.
I had no interest in doing it until like I
Yeah.
saw that moment on stage, and I was like, wow. A year ago, I would have thought this was trash. Like, but like, and so that was like my transition into being obsessed with willing to be poor to do something that I love.
Good. Kudos to you. Kudos to you for that. Yeah.
No, so I guess my question is just like, what? Like, I'm not saying you're bitter about classical music, but like, what is it that seemed to like suck the the enjoyment out of it for you since you spent so much time leading up to like even
Okay.
doctorate? Because like you transitioned into jazz, like learning jazz after classical, right? That's
Yeah, I toyed at it, but I
what do
didn't
you
dive.
like the investing into being like I'm going to become a jazz player now, as
Yeah.
opposed to just being okay. I play saxophone. I know how to play classical. I know how to play jazz. Yeah.
Yeah. So what was the moment where I said like I'm just done with classical?
Yeah.
It started to build when the modern rep does not connect with me. And I am of the opinion that just because someone has tenure does not mean their opinion then becomes objective about art. And so I was told, Wally, this piece is important. This is something you need to know. Wally, this is important. And this you need to learn this. And Albright is an example. And I bring Albright because I can appreciate a lot of, I appreciate it. And 10 out of 10 classical saxophonists would say it's a standard work and it's great art and you need to know it. And I'd say, like, I disagree. And people will say, but that middle movement, it's beautiful. I'm like, well, all of the Ravel string quartet's beautiful. I don't have to wait till the middle movement to enjoy it. You know, and so I just had the differing opinion and realized, like, okay, this isn't me. Rather than me just sitting here and knocking other people's opinions all day, just like people can enjoy what they want to enjoy, and I'll poke fun at it with lovingly with my co-host Susan Fancher. But I thought, let them enjoy it. I'm not enjoying it, and so then I started like, well, can I commission works to get stuff I enjoy? And I found you paid money, you wait 6 months, and then almost to a T, I was like, there's some nice moments, but it's 80% academic-y, kind of doesn't connect with me. And I was like, do I really want my whole life me paying money to a composer? And then I'm like, why are we paying them? Like, I pay them money, they write a piece, and then I go play it for a small audience for no money, and I pay my pianist. Like, how is this a career?
Yeah.
You know?
It's an
And
interesting business model, and I feel like
it's,
the consortium has solved this, and that's not at all. It's just kind of
you know,
liquefied. It's just
well, I mean, why is the composer getting paid? The classical saxophonists aren't. So, I mean, I don't know. It's always seems strange to me. Like, so I've done some work with a composer that has realized the value of my audience size, meaning that composers will write to me and I pay them fairly what I can
yeah,
for some, like with Jenny Watson.
yeah,
Uh, what I paid her was not a huge sum of money; is what I could afford, what the market would bear. But it was the understanding agreement. Once I commission this, it's for the world.
yeah,
Everyone gets to play this. I'm not going to have exclusive rights for a year and record it to a CD that 3 people will buy and 10 people will listen to. On it was that let's make music for the world. And Jenny Watson was a composer that like this is important and understands it. It did not see it as devaluing her art because it exposed tens of thousands of saxophonists to her music,
yeah.
which then of course then leads to a lot more a lot more sales and commissions.
I recommended one of her pieces for a senior recital last semester too.
You're great. You're great. So yeah.
I was like, you should do this. This is definitely like for you. Yeah,
So I'm kind of getting more back into classical, but it's on my own terms now where I'm commissioning under very strict guidance of what I want, what I will pay market rates, but then also that once they write it, it's for the world. Not my private students. Like literally, I put it on my website, anyone could download it.
yeah. No, I saw.
But I'm very clear. And I will. I'm past the days of like write whatever you want. I'll pay you, and I hope I like it in 6 months. It's I want this, and and it works for me. So I don't know. For me, it was I didn't connect with the repertoire, and there was this arrogance in people claiming this is high art, and I really disagreed, and I thought, like, am I just really dumb and unperceptive, or are there a bunch of people, or is it the emperor has no clothes? I think my ear's okay. I think I'm studied enough. You know, I know as many Stockhausen quotes as anyone else about art. So when someone tells me this is great music and I disagree, I got tired of like defending my opinions, and I don't know, and not everyone needed me to defend that opinion, but I don't know, wasn't the world for me. And there was enough people like do it really well that,
Well,
you know what I mean?
yeah, that's another thing too.
Yeah. Wally Wallace quits playing classical saxophone news at 11. Nobody cares. You know what I mean? So rather than railing against it or trying to hope I get a piece every 6 months, just just play music that connected with me more. My heart lives and breathes in the mid-century jazz, the West Coast cool school. I think that's the pinnacle of Western art, in my opinion.
No, and which is like I think a very valid opinion. Yeah, I mean I'm obsessed with '90s and early 2000 hip hop, and so like
Another 90s hip hop. I mean, it's like I had a friend that was indulged in a substance in college and wistfully looked at me through glazed eyes and said, Wally, is there, how there's major scales? Yeah. And minor scales? Yeah. And like those modes that sound Middle Eastern? Yeah. Wally, is there a Christmas scale? And I said, what? And he said, is there like a Christmas scale? And I was like, no, why? He's like, because all Christmas music sounds like Christmas. And I thought, like, I'll never forget the guy that said that. I'll give him anonymity, but I thought, like, I know what he means, but 90s hip hop is almost like that. Is there a 90s hip hop beat or scale? Because it has a feeling. And for me, like, yeah, late 1950s, early 1960s West Coast jazz is kind of like late 90s hip hop for you. It has this feel, and it just connects to my soul.
yeah, no, that's
And
why.
Josh, most importantly, don't go chasing waterfalls, my friend.
Oh, never, never. Even though that song made me lots of money at bars, so
There you go.
as long as other people chase them.
Yeah. Yeah. And that thus ends my R&B knowledge of 90s music. Yeah.
That's okay. I wouldn't press you on it to make you just to find a good snippet where it's like, "Whoa, he doesn't know anything about rap. Look at this."
Yeah, that'll be really shocking. Yeah. Yeah.
No one ever saw
To
that.
the surprise.
That's
Yeah. Do I have to go get my Belle Biv DeVoe CD collection? I will.
I mean, no, I trust you. I trust you. No, but listen, I really do like appreciate your time. It was really fun chatting. Also,
Oh, absolutely. Great to meet you, man.
it's nice to like reach out to somebody and like have them respond back and not completely be brushed off. And I'm not to say like you're the only person that I've reached out to.
It's
A handful of people that I've spoken to, but just like it's nice to be able to communicate with humans that sometimes seem unattainable when in reality we're all
oh
hanging.
God. No, I mean, like, I'm beyond attainable. And I mean, just the fact that you're interested in what I think,
Approachable.
the fact that you're interested in what I think, I mean, is incredibly flattering. And Josh, flattery will get you everywhere.
I've heard that once or twice, so
Yeah.
it's-
Hey, man, we need to chat again where I can learn more about you. Okay.
no, absolutely. That'd be great. I'd love that. Yeah, no, I really do appreciate it.